We are live at the CompuBox Academy. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was gonna miss this.
He is Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself, one of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is gonna be a shot night.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about.
Let's fight.
And there's the bell to start the round. Nice stop, but that won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That punch lands. Good one. How many more times is the referee going to let these fighters clinch each other without taking a point?
Tells me so much when a fighter's holding on. It means they've been hurt, it means they're tired, or it means they don't know what to do.
I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. But he got caught. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the...
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, why does he continue to hold? The referee could take a point here.
I don't know if it's a dancing competition or a fight.
And what a shot. Another clinch.
Yeah, you got to clinch. Well, the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable. Keep doing unorthodox things. I don't mind that now and again, but don't make a habit of it.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. That one will count. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That punch lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think...
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fine to the counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
That's another scoring shot. Catch and shoot. Good one. Nope, that uppercut does not score. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Those counter punches, a chance to make history. Thought for a second of getting out of trouble, but now he's right back in the phone booth. A wise veteran move there to clinch.
Sometimes you got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get...
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Seconds are so precious at this stage of the game.
You cannot do it too often because the referee is going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare.
Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Oh, and that changes everything, and down they go. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I need to see that again. One, two, three, four, five.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Touching him up again. He misses with that jab. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. They exchange punches. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. And there's a right cross.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard.
Why weren't they more cautious? And it appears he's out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you, one clean punch changes everything.
Defense.
Why weren't they covering up? A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into trouble, and that's what he's done right there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Fantastic punch. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a box. Better be careful. The referee may take a point if he keeps clinching.
You know, sometimes style makes fight, but this one, the styles just seem to be clashing.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? The defense failed them. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Looks like they're out of trouble.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal. Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And wisely here, they're going to clinch and hold on to stop this offensive onslaught.
You can't do that too often because the referee is eventually going to start taking points off you. You saw the referee watch, look, didn't say anything, just gestured to say, I've checked you. Now be careful, because when he starts pulling, taking you out of your rhythm, it's going to get harder.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Just missing with the uppercut. And he will hold here, and good thing he did because he was getting beaten up.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to, but it's a fashion of clinch as well.
And a wise move there to clinch.
You've got to save that in the back, because if you ever hit and hurt, a clinch will save your life. You've got to hold on, clear your head, step off again, push them, hold them, lean them down. So when you're going to use those clinches, do it on the blind side of the referee, then let go.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to... So his offense gets stifled there by a clinch.
What you've got to do is you're doing it to get an advantage. The comparison is probably football. Ballers will pretend to hit and roll around 6 or 7 times just to get the advantage with the referee, so he tells them off. In fight game, I've got to get you to the point where you're complaining, you're getting frustrated, you try and butt me, you try and bite me, you try and do something out of character where the referee jumps on you and takes a point off you. That's the whole name of the game. Or even make you tired. There's a tactic to do it. Trust me, in the gym, these guys do a lot more. It's a lot rougher.
And he'll try and muffle the offense there with another clinch.
Now, sometimes style makes fight, but this one, the styles just seem to be clashing.
And now going for the finish. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Scores with the straight left. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
That one lands. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And a good decision here to hold on.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to. But there's a fashion of clinch as well. You can be a dirty clincher. Pull the arm out the shoulder, lean on them, but do it on the blind side of the referee, so he doesn't know.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This round could go either way. So much for defensive abilities. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made looks.
And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There has been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable.
The defense failed them. As he survived the storm, he's throwing punches again.
Got caught sleeping on.
Smart move to grab a hold of your opponent, but obviously you can't do that too often.
You've got to save that in the back because if you ever hit and hurt, a clinch will save your life. You've got to hold on, clear your head, step off again, push them, hold them, lean them down. So when you're going to use those clinches, do it on the blind side of the referee, then let go.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that.
Whoa, wait a minute. Let me jump in for just a second. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. So once again, they'll clinch, and one of these fighters has got to take the lead here.
I don't know if it's a dancing competition or a fight.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell sometimes.
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This is a high-octane battle. Johnny, I thought they were supposed to hit each other, not hold each other.
Yeah, you got to clinch. What the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable. Keep doing unorthodox things. I don't mind that now and again, but don't make a habit of it.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Well, it's a smart move to clinch, but you can't do that too often.
Sometimes you got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Oh, and they got rocked! What a moment this is! And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. I need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Quick punch scores. And that's the right decision here. Bet your move to grab on, but as you know, you can't do it too often.
It tells me so much.
And there it is! The knockdown punch we knew was coming. Let's see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.